Hello my friends, my name is Catherine and today I am going to be making a cardboard chalkboard for my front door. I used to have one, but I took it down for last Christmas and it has wandered off on me. I don't know where it got to, so I'm just going to be making a new one. It's so that people can leave me messages and I can leave messages for other people. I want to make this one in the shape of a heart. So I'm just going to start by drawing up a funky asymmetrical heart and cutting it out. There we go. That's something like what I want. Okay, and then just cutting it out. And then I want it to be a chalkboard. So in the spirit of a chalkboard, I have got some chalkboard paint. I got this from Daiso. Chalkboard paint is a wonderful thing for making just about anything chalkboard, really. And the instructions on this chalkboard paint bottle say, paint a layer, wait for it to dry 4 hours, and then paint another layer, and then it's done. But if you've noticed, and you may have noticed if you've seen some of my other videos, I am not a particularly patient person. I don't want to wait for that. I'm not waiting 4 hours. So I've got a heat gun. We're going to heat gun it. We're going to see if we can't get it in. Give it a little bit of encouragement. Encourage it to dry in less time than 4 hours, because I'm not about waiting. That's not who I am. But there we go. That gives us a funky asymmetrical heart, and then we can just squeeze some chalkboard paint onto it and take a brush and smear that around. Oh, we probably want to pull off that tape. If we can get it off. Let's see. No? Okay. Well, then the tape is staying on there. I hope the chalkboard paint sticks to it all right. Eesh. Careful not to splatter chalkboard paint just everywhere. Really don't want to do that. Don't need to turn my tabletop top into a chalkboard. Don't need that. Okay. Layer of chalkboard paint on. All right. Then clean that off of there a little bit. And turn our heat gun on and hit this with a blast of heat and air and see what we end up with. Well, I hope you were able to tell as we hit that with the heat and air, it was going from shiny to matte, but it also pulled away from that area that had the tape on it, which is really too bad. But the solution is to just cut that away. There we go, no problem. Scissors are a wonderful problem-solving tool. If you have a problem, cut it away. No problem anymore. All right, and it wants a second layer of chalkboard paint. So take and put some more on and repeat the process. While just getting it all over my hands, so you know I'm serious about it. If you don't have paint all over your hands, you're not really serious about painting a chalkboard. Okay. All right. I think that layer is good. So let's dry it out again and move on to the next step. All right, a little bit more air, a little bit more heat, a little bit more excitement. And that is the chalkboardification process. This is now a chalkboard, and I can write on it with paint, but I want it to be chalk. I can write on it with chalk, but I want it to be a little bit more fancy. So I'm going to take and put a hole here and here so that I can hang it from my door. I'll tie some ribbon through that. That'll be good. Oh, put some holes in my surface. Well, whatever. This is what happens. And then what we are going to do is, pulling the cardboard dots out of my screw punch. Then what we're going to do is do the edge in silver washi tape. I'm just going to take and start right in the crux of the heart there, and just hopefully bend it over so that it sticks where I put it, at least for the moment, and then run it around. Now, I don't know about you, but I find it difficult to get washi tape to go around curves when you're folding it over like this. There is a pretty simple trick to getting it to work though. And as we said earlier, that's going to be scissors. Go. Trim there, and then Speed tape can just overlap itself. And then trim there and there, and do the same thing, and just continue giving it little snips all the way around until it's got this nice silver border all the way around the heart, hopefully. Get one side done, just do it one part at a time. Let's see. How about instead of picking up and setting things down, we just do it all at once. All right, one side. All the way around, and then we can do the other side, and then we will be most of the way finished, hopefully. Okay, one side. Other side. And then other lump of the heart. And what I want to do for this is actually cut up this middle piece a little bit first thing. That way hopefully it works out that I can set it down and it'll line up with that maybe. There we go. That's what I wanted it to do, sort of. Come on. And then just stay in place. Stay where I put you. Eesh. Things slip around in my hands, and then what happens? I drop things, and then the world knows what a klutz I am. Alright. There we go, sort of something like that. And then trim it off at the end. Perfect. And then give that part a little trim right there, because everything's ending up everywhere. Just chill out and make it work. Just chill out and make it work. Okay. Okay. All the way around here. Stick it down like you know what you're doing. All right, and then a couple more spots. And stick them down. Like you're not just making it up as you go. Even though you're totally just making it up as you go. The last chalkboard I had wasn't this much trouble. I just purchased it at a Starbucks. The easiest chalkboard I ever made. Didn't have to make it at all. Okay, sort of like that maybe. And then like uncurling this hopefully without ruining everything. There we go. Just don't ruin everything. Okay. And that's going to just stick down there so that it holds in place. And then do the rest of this side. And stick down just everything where I want it to be. Perfect. There we go. Practically like I planned it and not at all like it was just an accident waiting to happen. And then same thing all the way around the back, but much easier this time because the tape's not moving around on me. So all I have to do is take some scissors and encourage it to go where I want it to go. There we are. Okay. And then we'll be most of the way done. Now I could stop at just this point if I wanted to, just hang it from my door, but my question is, where are people going to get the chalk to write on it from? I want to include a little chalk holster, if you will. So what I want to do is I want to cut off a piece of tape, and I'm going to need a piece of chalk, and that's going to go right inside of there. So I'm going to need another shorter piece of tape. There we go, and then I'll stick the sticky sides together. We are, and then stick that right there-ish, and then set it down, and then set my chalk so that it rests right across there, and then hopefully you'll be able to pull it out from the top, but not from the bottom. I said top, not bottom, so that it will stay where I want it to. There we go. Okay, so then the chalk kind of stays like that. Chalk holster. All right. Then I can just run a string through the loops and hang it on my door, or a string through the holes and hang it on my door. And so long as I don't shake it just the wrong way, the chalk stays in place and people can leave little messages on it. Whew, that was a bigger project than I thought it was going to end up being. this is what I did today. I would love to hear what you're doing today. Remember to subscribe and leave a comment telling me what you're doing. And I will see you all later.